Okay, let's see. Life is happening. Slowly. Mostly video games. So, it's been a little while since I played this. I really want to finish it. However, what we should probably do is real quick just run through all of those things. Anyway, so I was talking about this right before I hit the recording button. But I've been feeling just kind of lethargic and, like, dry and, like, kind of nasally lately. And I was wondering about it. I'm like, I'm not sick. I don't know what it is. The answer is I'm probably allergic. Just very low level allergic to some kind of pollen in the area. Or it could just be like pollen in general sets me off. There are more pine trees around here, and I've definitely found like pine trees tend to be worse for me. And so like I've just been feeling just a little like just a little under the weather lately. Apart from, like, lack of sleep from dog issues and some other things. And so, yeah, I was trying to put my finger on it, and, like, I totally forgot this is, like, the most basic, obvious thing. I haven't lived in this area before. I have no idea what I might or might not be allergic to. And I know what was that? I have no idea what that was. That was very strange. But yeah, I'm probably allergic to some kind of pine pollen, because I always feel particularly miserable at my parents' place, and we've got a fair amount of pines in the area. And Portland has, and the Northeast in general, has a lot more pines than, say, Kansas did. And so, my assumption is, yeah, I'm probably low-key allergic to something, and once spring is over, it probably won't be an issue at all anymore. Okay, so is it these things? Yeah, it's probably these things right here. Well, it didn't get me. Perfect. Well, less perfect. It was kind of an awkward shot. Last minute-ish? Northeast. Sorry, northwest. Northeast is where my parents live. Northwest is where I currently live. But yeah, so Kansas just does not have pine trees in it. Nor does it, like, really need... Like, I don't know. I don't know if they'd thrive there as much. Where am I going? Left a little bit.
Push on!
But yeah, I don't know. It just wasn't until, like, just now that I thought... I was like, oh, yeah. I'm probably just allergic to something. And that's what it is. Suggestion. See if you can get some local honey. If you can stand it, make it... Take a teaspoon of pure honey every day. Hope you get used to the local flora and reduce allergies. That is actually an incredibly good suggestion. I'll have to look into that. The nice part is because we're in Portland, like locally owned, locally sourced everything is just freaking everywhere. It's actually really nice. Like I walk into a grocery store and it's just like I'm local on like half of the labels, and it makes it really easy for me to pick stuff out. So I wouldn't mind picking up some local honey. Yeah, raw honey, not pasteurized. Okay. What I'd actually really like is just straight up honeycomb. I have not had honeycomb in years. And I bet that's about as functional as you can get for raw honeycomb. I could be wrong, but yeah, that's actually a really good tip. Yeah, I don't know. I've been having... It's been interesting being out here. Kansas wasn't bad, but it was boring for me. There wasn't a whole lot going on. And some part of that is I was probably more reluctant to socialize there. Just because... Damn it. I was more reluctant to socialize there because I knew I wasn't going to live long. Or live there long. Ah, yes. I died and was reborn anew in the Northwest. As one of those hipster people. It's like weird reincarnation. Okay, can I check the map? Okay, I'm safe. Let's head this direction. I think it's gonna leave me alone. Anyway, I knew I wasn't gonna live there long. So I was like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna... Whoops. Where are we going? Wait, what? Oh, yeah. There are some items just right there. Either that I marked the wrong thing. I'm not really sure what's going on. But... Yeah, I just didn't mark the right thing. Weird. So it's good that I double-checked, because there's a fair bit of firewood just sitting around over here. But, like, I didn't want to try and make friends when I knew I wasn't going to live there for very long, because it's just, like... I'm bad at being social, I guess? I'm bad at being... How would I say this? I'm bad at keeping connections with people. It's hard for me to just, like, sit down and have small talk with a person online. You know, I did it a little bit with Shell, but for the most part, it was her talking to me. There are at least 3 local apiaries in your region. Yeah. There's probably a hell of a lot more than that, attached to, like, meaderies and stuff. Because I know there's, like, a couple of meaderies in the area that I wouldn't mind checking out. I don't know. Or is that in response to a different thing? That doesn't matter. Let's see. But, like, I've got some old friends from college that I haven't talked to in years. I've got a bunch of old friends from high school that I haven't so much as seen since I graduated. And I think that's honestly kind of fine. I kind of prefer to leave the past behind in a lot of cases. But it does leave me as kind of a solitary individual and stuff like that. And also really limits the amount of, like, exposure to new and interesting things. So, yesterday, I had, like, a real margarita for the first time ever. And I learned that I hate it. But it was fun. You know, it was kind of nice to go out and have, you know, tacos and margarita. And, oh man, there were actually some kind of fun things that did happen. I mean, obviously, mostly it was just a social event to actually go out and talk to real human beings. For once in my freaking life. Because I don't do that very often. I don't get the opportunity to do so. And it's actually quite nice to just be able to socialize with other people for a little while. Let's see. What am I missing in the area? Looks like it might just be one thing. One tiny little Eldritch essence that I must have missed. That's fine. Yep, that's it. Guess I'm just gonna go that way. I was really hoping I could pick off some of these, but no. You can raise bees and the bees will chase off the dogs. Huh. You know, that almost sounds worthwhile, except for the fact that I've got a 10 by 20 backyard. Or less, it's tiny. I almost never go back there because it's kind of depressingly small. Like, I'd almost say it would be better for no yards at all and just like this weird communal backyard. But there's enough people that just kind of go, already go wherever that I'm not sure. That's a good thing. Like, yesterday was trash day and we just had people parked in our designated trash area and it's like, really? I mean, I guess it's fine. But, okay, I probably shouldn't do that before that, like, warps off out of the universe. Because that'd be bad. Let's see, there's a deer over there, but we don't want to go after the deer. There's something up high. Oh yeah, up there. I'm just gonna let them do that. Can doggos do base defense? No, the doggos are purely for mobility, which is probably for the best. I don't want doggos to get dongoed. That didn't make sense. Doesn't matter. Said words. Does look like we might have to worry about the cold at some point. Maybe? There we go. I squandered a lot of arrows there. My accuracy is bad. Happens. Okay, so what am I missing? Oh, it's up there. Looks like I might be able to walk up this, this slope. But yeah, so, like, since moving here, admittedly, we haven't gone out that much. But, like, it's been enough socialization that, like, I feel a lot healthier. That, and I've lost 20 pounds in the past year. honestly, by doing nothing. Like, literally nothing. I do not necessarily deserve the weight loss that I've accomplished over the past couple months. Main thing is just, like, I just don't eat nearly as much as I used to. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I'm a serious stress eater. If I'm not having a good day, I'm going to eat, like, way more food than I normally should or need to, because it makes me feel better. And so nowadays, I go out for lunch, and then I might have a bowl of cereal for, well, I don't always go out for lunch, but, like, at most I go out for lunch, or I have, like, a meal with Shell, and then that usually tides me over for, like, the whole day until, like, midnight, at which point I'm like, I've finished streaming, and I'm absolutely ravenous. Oh god, I need food. Let's see, do I? Yep. Time to go fight the beastie, I think, and find out if I'm capable of taking it on or not. Let's see. But, you know, between the lack of stress, the socialization, and I would argue, like, a slightly better environment for me, especially now that, you know, the dogs aren't barking constantly. Like, seriously, that level of, like, noise is just not healthy for a human being. I don't know how people that own really barky dogs can deal with it. I can't. If you lost 20 pounds, you'd be dangerously underweight. So, I'm currently 190. I should be about 160, 170. I certainly don't look overweight, and some amount of that is muscle. That's a really starchy cape. Yeah. Yeah. But so, like, the lightest I've ever been as an adult was about 165. I think I got down to 170 after Croatia, and that was really nice. And then I immediately gained it all back because we went from being Croatia, walking around constantly, to me working a job and senior year at the same time because I was working full-time at a game design studio. That was not healthy for me. It was healthy for my wallet at the time. Like, I was a relatively loaded art student, which, like, that's not a common thing. I also didn't have to pay rent, which was really nice. But yeah, so I was pretty light by the time senior year started. And then I gained it all back. Went up to about 190 pounds, I think. Even though some amount of that was actually me going to the gym. Because in college, I loved going to the gym. It was super comfortable. And I always reward myself with, like, a really decadent strawberry smoothie afterwards. I think it was, like, a shot of cinnamon. It was so good. Probably wasn't great for me, but, like, it was better than half the shit that they served on campus. Let's see. Oh, don't bully me. Actually, we want to go back. Because we want to go over here until our turning point. I did mark it, right? No, I didn't actually. That'd make this a little easier. Well, unfortunately, it really does feel like marking things is kind of meaningless. Why did they just run off the road? I have no idea. That's confusing. Bap, bap, snap, snap it up. Alright, let's try that again. Okay. I'm probably gonna crash again. So it's here on the right. Somewhere. I did mark it, right? No, I didn't. God damn it. Feels like half the time when I put down the marker, I, like, close the map and it just didn't take. Okay, so I'm gonna try and get in here and hit the guy.
Fly!
And hope that I don't suck. Because we have the upgraded... We have the upgraded, everything. I don't think I can hurt the guy with my bow and arrow. And I'm assuming I didn't pick up anything else useful. No. Okay, well, I see it. Yeah, this is the new sword. Believe in me, for I don't. Okay, I think I've cracked the code. No, I have not. Ow. Shit, these things hurt. Okay, so here's the code. Here's the real answer. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, he's mad. What the? I don't think he's supposed to be able to warp like that. Damn it. Okay. Ow, come on. I think I might have to just do light hits here, which sucks a bit. Wait for my HP to come back, because I'm pretty sure I can't hurt him with archery. Nope. Not even worth considering. I see, I have to do heavy attacks. Because everything else doesn't freaking work. Unfortunately, my stamina sucks. You really have to time that well. Because, yeah, I don't have enough stamina to really, like, riposte here. Because one heavy attack uses up most of my stamina bar. If not all of it. Wow, that was close. Because, yeah, he can clear distance in, like, no time flat. Okay. Come on. Come on after me. Okay, that's a good crusher. Like, it's not a complicated fight. It's just not a fun fight. Luckily, there's some hella iframes on the roll. Like, I will give it madcap credits for that. Damn it. I thought I was out of range. I was not. But you really have to roll early on that one. Because, yeah, no matter what, he will hit you as long as you're not sprinting away from him. Well, shit. Because sometimes my stamina does not come back nearly fast enough. I'm going to play Ring Around the Rosie until I stop moaning about things. Mainly because I'm almost out of healing bits. I wonder how many of these things there even are in this game. about to the point where I can take another hit. Is there a perfect parry for this boss? Maybe. Wow, the animation straight up lagged. That was weird. Got it. Oh, shit. They just straight up give you a flame of hope for that. Well, that's kind of nice. Yeah, kill the guy, you just get a full-on extra life. I like that. Oh, man. Let's guzzle that down real quick. I got 8 extra lives. The one downside to all of this is... I switched over to survival mode, so I might actually be able to stack my shards there. I don't know if we're ever gonna die. No, we're probably gonna die in the 3rd area, and then I'm gonna be cranky about it. But then we can start cheating like crazy to get back up to where we are. And I realize that some people are gonna be like, no, don't cheat. You're gonna have extra resources. But like, honestly, having extra food and lumber and whatever for like my townspeople is not a high concern of mine. Like, yeah, if they end up having a bunch of extra, awesome. Less management for me. And then we can, like, speed grind. I like speed grinding. And quite literally, I mean speed grinding. It'll be fun. But yeah, so, even beyond just, like, my super passive weight loss, I'm trying to use this year as, like, an opportunity to be much healthier. Emotionally, physically, like, so on and so forth. So, easy example is, like, why are there arrows here? Actually, I gotta ask that question. As far as I can tell, you can't fight these things with archery. Let's see, what bow is this? Or not bow, what sword? It's the copper sword, the T2 one. Hello. Go away! Oh. So it doesn't do enough damage to one-shot them, which is actually worse, because it immediately puts them in self-exploding mode. Whatever.
If you could see the world through my eyes, you would be scared to death.
Alright, Commander Doom and Gloom. What else do you got for me? Wise sayings about how my parents are gonna die young? They might have. I actually know nothing about Ash. Let's see. But yeah, so we're going to the zoo. Oh, I can 3-shot these guys. That's a nice feeling. This is actually the first time I've really used this sword. I don't think I really had much of an opportunity to before this. Anything else in here? Yes. There is. And I will go grab it. Mainly because I'm not actually sure if the blueprint, Oh. Okay, that one didn't feel like self-exploding. Let's see, but I'm pretty sure the blizzard will not affect me in here. It's kind of nice, at least. Anything else? Yeah, we do, actually. We got several anything else's. Hello, Gooner. Nope. Doesn't feel like it, which means it's probably going to drop on me the moment I open this thing up. Yeah, that was kind of cool looking. Boop. Ow. Boop. I should probably go get my hands on the copper armor next. There we go.
The icy breath of the storm. It's coming.
I feel like this guy had said weird things to his wife after recording all these lines. Like, I'm gonna be honest, if I had to be Commander Doom and Gloom for a video game, and I don't see anything else, just some free arrows. Then we'll be done with this, this big old cave. I really think this cave would actually be, like, nicely insulated, but nope. Anyway, like, if I was ever asked to voice act for a game, and it's like, hey, we need you to voice act, like, a bunch for, ooh, that's cold. We need you to voice act a bunch of these things for our game. We need you to say, like, just, like, sad, depressing shit to a bunch of people. To a guy. Let's see. I'm just gonna head for the shelter.
On by.
I could maybe make it back, but I probably wouldn't be able to. And the blizzard ended. Well, okay. That is literally the most impotent blizzard I think I have ever heard of. See, am I still enjoying this? It is a very zen experience. It's not very hard, and like I've said in the past, the combat is not much to speak of. It's more of like a process thing. But I am enjoying it. It's a depressing version of Dragon Quest Builders, and I rather enjoy that, even if it's like, you know, limited in scope and some other things. Like, straight up, the combat in this game, in Dark Souls, you can cheese the combat and it works, or you could play it straight. I'm not honestly sure how you're supposed to play these fights normally. Like, compared to like, say, Sekiro, where you straight up go up and just, like, have a goddamn duel with anything. And that's how the game functions. This game, anytime I'm, like, fighting an enemy, it's like, I pretty much hit them and then I walk away from them until I can hit them again. So the combat is silly and clunky? Yeah. That's honestly the best and only way I can describe it. And I think a lot of it has to do with the stamina management in this game is not very fun. Half the time you're just, like, so strapped for energy that it's like, what's even the point of trying to fight? Maybe with a couple of loops, you know, dying and starting over with a bigger stamina pool, I bet it might not actually be that bad. But because I'm actually doing rather well, it's actually more of an issue for me. Depression Quest Builder. I've been watching, Joe from Moose and Joe played DQB lately, and I've been so jealous. I want to play more of it. Nope, gotta go talk to a person. So, depressing story-wise, or just gameplay is depressingly lacking? No, the story is depressing. The gameplay is serviceable. It's just... it's adequate. Adequate, serviceable, I guess they're about the same thing. Hello? Oh, it's bugged out again. Okay, we want to find... maybe her? Yeah, it's Vic. Okay. Usually they're waiting for me. This time around, I guess I caught them by surprise. I'm just glad that they're not stuck halfway in a... tower? Is it Vic? I'm just gonna... see, does standing next to the fire warm you up? Yep. I mean, honestly, being in town at all warms you up. Okay, so let's rest for, like, we're gonna even need, let's do 2 hours. That should reset the NPC positioning and get rid of all my cold. Okay, so who wants to speak with me? Possibly no one? I'm really confused. Somebody wishes to have a sad conversation with me. Let's see. You meant just standing next to the fire, not using it. Oh yeah, no. As long as you're in town, your cold meter goes down. It's just, for me, I might as well rest, make it a little bit faster. If you really want to, like, cheese it, you absolutely can just, you can absolutely just hang out in town for a bit. Though I think, it might still count. Well, time still passes, and I think time passes pretty quick in this game, so it might actually be effectively the same amount of time. I don't really know. But no, I do enjoy this. I think it's just because it tried to do something different, and I really like that. Okay, so did a followers trust in me? Or if do they feel ignored and slighted, and I guess I'll have to get them later. Alright, whatever, it was broken anyway. Okay, so let's see what else I need. We still haven't been able to make a single backpack in this. I'm disappointed. So we don't need that, we don't need that. We've already got those bows, and I could get some more arrowheads, but unable to craft what you seek. That's fine. Okay, so what's she working on? Copper ingots, copper nails. We need a lot of copper ingots. Stop that. I guess we only need a couple of iron ingots if I want to make the, Oh, but we don't have expert metalworking, so I might as well get the copper plating while we're there. And some nails. However many copper ingots I can make. I don't know, I'm just doing whatever. See, isn't it the one that started to run after you? No, that's actually the daughter. Oh, this will be done soon. Cool. We've got plenty of lumber. The rampart gates are looking good. Can I upgrade them? Let's do edit mode. So, we need more leather cord, but we can upgrade them. Can't upgrade the crafting shack. Huh. Okay, so I could also upgrade each of these other huts with a second floor. I think we need more more firewood? Really? Oh, no, no, no. The feast requires a silly amount of firewood. Well, let's skip that. Oh, but we don't have expert construction. That's why. Okay, well, at the very least, we needed more leather cord, so I can at least start that going. We don't want Vic. We want Ghani. She's working on the medicine hut, but probably better that we... get some of these done. Okay, that'll take her a while. And then let's go drop off whatever resources I have. And let's go get some new gathering nodes. Let me think. What was I saying? About still enjoying this game. Yeah, I think it's one of those where, regardless of, like, the quality, as long as a game is playable, I might continue it if it intrigues me. So in this game's case, I find it more interesting than I think directly enjoyable. It's a series of tasks that I can check off. You know, every time I play the game, I'm like, okay, I need to go gather some things. I need to go gather some things.
12 was often sent out alone to test resolve. I returned a man. Many died. Children.
That's a stupid thing to do in a post-apocalypse. It doesn't seem like anybody else is coming after me. But yeah, I'm gonna go get some more gathering nodes. And now that we know we can fight those big beasties, I can come over here and clear the whole thing out. Which will be good. And then we'll go on to T3 and whatnot. Oh, right, there was another big beastie down the other way. Let's go for that one first. He shouldn't be too bad. I hope. So we want to go here. But, like, this is a game that I can kick up my feet and more or less just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna play this for, like, 3 hours. And not feel any of it. Today was one of those days where, like, I was feeling okay, but sometimes when you're streaming or recording whatever. Where the hell am I now? Ah, I didn't know this could happen. Yeah, it actually spawned me a different place. Oh, the other one is the one that the other one puts me near the bridge. I got it. But yeah, there's a big beastie on the other side of this little valley, so I might as well do that. Unless, of course, we get hit by a blizzard, at which point... bleh. Or if he decides to start dropping shit on me. Both of those are going to be unappreciated. Okay. Well, it doesn't look like he wants to drop stuff. Yet. He might. Okay. So I'm just gonna go to the other side, and hopefully it doesn't keep bothering me. Whoops. Oh, the dogs are magnetizing to the road. They're trying to bring me back towards the falling crap. That's bad. But yeah, so this is one of those days where I think I needed to pick a certain game. A game that I could react to, less than having to, like, lead. So, easy example, games like, well, react to, but in, like, kind of a low process way. So, like, Forager, for example. Great game, really like it, but... Suffer no splitters. Okay. Oh. Now he's gonna try and explode himself. Yeah, it looks like every time you roll, they lose their targeting on you for a moment. You actually become like a non-interactable object or something. That's really interesting.